Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith. Welcome to the Grow Tent, everybody. You have found the best one channel on YouTube, man. The place where we simplify the approach for you so everyone can learn how to grow. We make it so simple, even I can understand. So I'm going to listen and learn right now.
Woo! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Grow Tent. We got a fantastic episode for you today. But first, as always, the intro, the most fantastic part of the show. I know everybody loves it. Guys, if you haven't joined our Patreon yet, you should check it out. You can find links to it in the video description below. All you do is click the link. It'll take you right to our page. If you feel like supporting the channel or want more one-on-one, time with me, GT, and we can sit and talk about your plants. Also, guys, we have or not we, but I guess it's we're all going to be in it. We have a gigantic contest coming up. The prize pool for this package in the announcement is, I think, it's going to be the biggest thing the community has ever seen or done. So make sure you check that out because it's going to be awesome, and some of the prizes on it are going to be pretty insane. What else we got? Guys, if you're looking for any kind of new light, tint, anything of that sort, make sure you check out Mars Hydro and use the code WTTGT at checkout for an extra discount on your products. What else we got? Oh, we got the merch drop is also coming up. We got most of our stuff is in. As you guys know, we ordered like 1,500 new tent slaps, and they got lost in the mail. So the company had to remake everything, and it sucks, but I don't know, what do you want me to do? So that's why the merch store, because merch store was originally supposed to drop on July 4th, but shit happens. They had to remake every single one of the 1,500 stickers that got lost. So the merch store will be opening soon. You can find the merch store at WTTGT.com. And please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get today's video going right now. Woo! Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We noticed we have changed our mood lighting from purple to pink. Set the ambiance, just for you guys. All right, guys, so today we got an interesting topic. I got a question sent to my email, which happens regularly. If you don't know, here's my email. I answer about 300 to 400 questions a day, absolutely for free in the email. And I get about 1,200, so I don't get to all of them. I get about, I don't know, a fourth of them done. And but this was one of the questions. I thought it'd make an interesting video for the newer people. And the question posed to me was, what do you do with your runoff? Do you leave it sit in there? Do you vacuum it out? Do you only get a little bit and then stop? So today we're going to talk about that and what you do with your runoff, or what you can do or should do, or whatever you want to do with it. So the first question is, before we get going, because this is the part that used to aggravate me about people's videos, they would just jump right into the subject without kind of like lining out. Or if you're brand new, you're like, and I just start talking about runoff, and you're like, well, what the fuck is what is runoff? I don't even know what that is. So what runoff is whenever you are watering your pots from the top, as the water goes and saturates through the soil, after you have saturated all the soil, the water will start to run out the bottom, pending you're not watering too fast and it's just running straight through. So runoff is what happens is whenever you have saturated the soil so much to the fact that all the soil all the way down the pot is now saturated, and then it starts to leak out the bottom of the pot when you're doing it correctly and not watering too fast. So there's a caveat to that. So the other part of it is, once you get the runoff, what do you do with it? Do you just let it sit there? Do you do what some people in shop vac it up? Do you take the drip tray out and dump it? And the answer is, it can be a mixture of all of the above. So whenever I always leave my runoff in there. Because one, I like to check the runoff numbers and see where we're at. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, what that is, you would take a ppm pen after you get your runoff, and you would stick it in the runoff, and it will give you a window to kind of see how much salt buildup or nutrient buildup you have in your soil. You just take your ppm pen, set it to ppm, and dip it right in that runoff. So do you leave it or do you vacuum it up? I always leave mine. So whenever I'm going to water, I water to 10-20% runoff. What I found is I leave that in there, and then over the next hour or two, the plant will soak it right back up. And which means I have more days in between where I don't have to water, because took all that water back in, which it will do. The plant will soak all that water back up. You ever like had like a spot of water on the counter, and you take it and set a paper towel next to it? What's it do? It goes whoosh, and it sucks all that water up. You don't even have to put the paper towel on the water. It will pull it all into the towel, and you know, all you did was touch it right next to it, and it'll go whoosh and suck it right in there. Well, this pot will work the exact same way. Whatever you leave in the bottom of there will, it'll suck it right back up. Defy gravity and go right back up and suck it all into the soil. So I leave mine. Now, if you've watered too much, you've got too much runoff. Let's say your drip tray is just like overfilling and now you're spilling stuff everywhere because you watered. If you watered too fast, it will take all that back up in there. But if you watered correctly, watered nice and slow, and that water is going to go back up in there, and it's just going to be too much. I don't really like letting it set for more than 2 or 3 hours. After that, I will come in, and I've always got like a shop vac or something right there. I'll just boom, hit it real quick, and I mean, it takes a second per pot. Just boom, 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 and it's done. And then go dump out your shop vac. Make sure it's a wet vac though. Make sure it's a real shop vac that can handle the water. I don't need you burning up your new vacuum. What else we got? So whenever we're doing this, I'll let it sit for the 2 to 3 hours, and then I will suck it all out of there. But if like I'm going on a trip or something, I've made videos about this, I'll actually just leave it in there because I'm going for a trip and I want to make sure they got plenty of water, and that way they've got, you know, more water reserves they can suck up from, which will last more days if I'm going out of town. So I will do that. But generally, I only let it sit in there for a couple hours, and anything it doesn't pick up, just just hit it with your shop vac real quick. Now, whenever you do this, where you let that water sit in there, and you're also a person that likes to check your runoff PPMs, your drip trays are going to get super dirty, and they're actually going to get this white film on them, you know, that goes all across. That's actually all the dried salt, nutrient, you know, stuff just caking on the bottom. And if you're a person that likes to take runoff PPM, then you're going to need, if you're a person that likes to check runoff PPM, then you're going to need to start switching out your water dishes. I do mine every other week. So I have 2 sets. Let's say I have 6 plants. That means I have 12 drip trays. So I will put 1 set of drip trays in. They stay there for about 2 weeks, and then I will pull those out to go clean them sometime whenever I get to it in the next 2 weeks. But I will put fresh drip trays under the plant. It takes like 3 seconds for this to happen, and it will save you on your runoff PPM numbers, because if they get too dirty, they will throw off your PPM numbers whenever you're trying to check your plant. All right, I think I've talked about enough about runoff. You guys have yourself a fantastic rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys next time. GT, out.